Today, we're diving into an important issue that affects millions of people in the UK, energy drinks and their potential link to the rising cases of type 2 diabetes. Over the past decade, both the consumption of energy drinks and the number of people living with type 2 diabetes in the UK have surged. But is there a meaningful connection between the two? That's what we're going to explore. First, let's start with the basics. Energy drinks have become a huge part of the UK's beverage market. Since 2010, their popularity has grown significantly. In 2011, around 517 million litres of energy drinks were consumed in the UK. By 2023, that number jumped to over 1 billion litres. And with that, the market value of energy drinks reached about $2.6 billion. It's no surprise, really, considering the drinks are marketed heavily toward young people, athletes, and anyone looking for a quick energy boost. However, there's a concern here that's hard to ignore. Many of these drinks are packed with sugar, often more than 20 grams per 250 milliliters can, which exceeds the recommended daily sugar intake in just one serving. So, how does this all tie into type 2 diabetes? Well, type 2 diabetes is a condition where the body either can't produce enough insulin or, more commonly, becomes resistant to it. One of the major causes of insulin resistance is a poor diet, especially diets high in foods and drinks that rapidly raise blood sugar levels. Energy drinks, with their high sugar content, can cause these spikes in blood sugar and insulin. Over time, these spikes can lead to insulin resistance and, eventually, type 2 diabetes. And here's the concerning part. In 2010, about 3.1 million people in the UK were diagnosed with diabetes. By 2023, that number had more than doubled to over 5.8 million. Now, we know that type 2 diabetes isn't caused by just one thing. It's a result of a combination of factors, including genetics, diet, physical activity levels, and even our age. But when you look at the timing, it's hard not to notice that the rise in energy drink consumption mirrors the rise in type 2 diabetes cases. But let's get into the science a bit. Studies have shown that sugary drinks, including energy drinks, can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. For example, just consuming 1 to 2 servings of sugary drinks a day can increase the risk by 26%. That's a big jump. And it's not just theoretical. Research has shown that energy drink consumers, particularly younger people, tend to have higher fasting glucose levels, which is a red flag for insulin resistance. But is this all a direct cause and effect? Well, not exactly. While the connection between energy drink consumption and the rise in diabetes is clear, proving direct causation is difficult. There are a lot of factors at play here: diet, exercise, socio-economic status, and even sleep patterns all contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes. Energy drink consumers often have other poor habits too, like eating junk food or not getting enough exercise, which makes it harder to pinpoint the exact role energy drinks play in all of this. So, what's being done about it? In the UK, there have been a few public health interventions aimed at tackling the problem. In 2018, the government introduced the soft drinks industry the sugar tax, which has encouraged manufacturers to reduce sugar in their products. Some energy drink companies have reformulated their drinks to avoid the tax. On top of that, there have been restrictions on energy drink sales to young people, with some schools and supermarkets banning sales to individuals under 16. Public health campaigns, like Change for Life, have also raised awareness about the dangers of excess sugar and the importance of healthier lifestyles. These interventions seem to be making a difference. A report by Public Health England in 2021 showed that the average sugar content in beverages had decreased and the sales of high-sugar energy drinks had slowed. But there's still a long way to go, especially when it comes to educating people about the long-term effects of these drinks on their health. Now, let's talk about the counter-arguments. Some might say that there's not enough evidence to blame energy drinks for the rise in diabetes. After all, diabetes is a complex condition influenced by many factors. And that's true. Energy drinks are just one piece of the puzzle. But when you look at the evidence, the rise in energy drink consumption and the sharp increase in diabetes cases, it's hard to ignore the possibility that they're playing a major role. One of the big limitations here is that we don't have enough long-term studies specifically looking at the impact of energy drinks on diabetes. Most of the research has focused on sugary soft drinks in general, rather than energy drinks specifically. We also need more studies that track people over time, comparing those who consume energy drinks with those who don't, to get a clearer picture of how these drinks might be contributing to the diabetes epidemic. If you'd like to explore this topic in more detail, the full report is available as a free PDF download, where you can find more in-depth analysis, research, references, and data. The link is pinned at the top of the comments. In conclusion, while we can't definitively say that energy drinks are the cause of the rise in type 2 diabetes in the UK, there is certainly a meaningful correlation. The high sugar content of these drinks, combined with poor dietary habits and their popularity among young people, suggests that energy drinks are a contributing factor. As we continue to see the rise of type 2 diabetes, it's crucial that we address this issue head-on. Public health initiatives are a good start, but we need more research, better regulations, and continued education to protect future generations from the growing threat of type 2 diabetes. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.